My name is Alfredo Molina, and I have the honor of being the chairman of the Jazz Festival in April. I have here a beautiful cake that I've been given, and it's all chocolate. So I think that's fantastic. And Cohiba is probably a very fine cigar. I was born in Cuba in 1959, and I must say that my family were of a great position, but when Castro came in, we lost it. And one of the things that I like about the Jazz Festival is the fact that we can do music for children. One of the things that I'm very much involved with is making sure that our children are safe, that they have an opportunity to cope with the challenges that life brings us. And Doc Jones is a class act. I really enjoy him, and I'm supposed to eat this chocolate, I think, but he's trying to get me fat. So I think we should just continue and have a few pieces of a beautiful cake. Thank you, Doc. You're a class act, brother.
My name is William Doc Jones. I'm the Executive Director of International Jazz Day IJDAZ Foundation. I'm honored and glad to be here with my friend, Chairman of the Scottsdale Host Committee Jazz Festival. We're in our fourth year now, actually.
We are.
Yeah, and it's growing. This year, we've been able to get a collaboration between three mayors: the mayor of Scottsdale, Mayor Tempe, as well as the mayor of Paradise Valley has agreed to collaborate and join us in marketing International Jazz Day, the 11th Annual International Jazz Day. Mr. Molina, once again, I want to thank you for taking the time and getting involved with us with this cake. I'm sure you should be as surprised as I was, actually. I asked myself, well, what could I give a gentleman that has everything, probably, and I thought something to eat.
Well, obviously, thank you, Doc, because that's calories. I mean, I'm not quite sure that I wanted those calories, but I will say to you that that's a beautiful cake. I mean, and it has a lot of meaning in reference to my home of Cuba.
And that's what it was about. The gentleman pastry shop that actually made this is one of our sponsors. And it's a great guy. They're from Chicago, and I saw this design. I said, "Wow!" And we envisioned one day going back to Cuba and collaborating with International Jazz Day and some of the young people in Cuba to get involved. When I saw this, and I promise I'm not going to eat none of it, but I hope and I'm sure the young people in the family. I met some of your grandkids and some of the excited.
Four beautiful girls.
Yes.
And a grandson.
And a grandson.
We're very blessed, extremely blessed.
So I hope they will take advantage of this during the holidays. I would have loved to preserve this some kind of way because it would look nice on the mantle. But he said, no, Doc, you can freeze it, but you only gonna get a couple of days out of it before it starts melting on you. So enjoy it. Save me a piece though. When you do cut it, I'm gonna say this piece here for Doc. Also, what we've decided and talked about, and he's allowed me to say Molina School of Jazz. Mr. Molina, you really do love this music.
Oh, absolutely.
Dance and jazz is a combination of a lot of different genres. So he's allowed us to now start to putting together after-school program and a summer youth program, and it's going to be called the Molina School of Jazz. And already we got about 10 kids playing, teenagers actually playing. We're going to work with the young kids playing the 32nd Street Band. Wow, Molina School of Jazz, 32nd Street Jazz Band. And they will open up for us on April 30th. Please put that on your calendar. April 30th at the Scottsdale Center for the Arts, we will have our jazz festival. And we've just signed Rick Braun, in case you guys know him, and Richard Elliott will headline, and of course Niall Jones will join us as well. So put that on your calendar. We're looking for 200 pre-sales to get going before, hopefully we'll have them 200 pre-sales by March, and they're going to be something special. Mr. Molina, anything you'd like to say before we call it?
Well, I think that music is a saver, especially for young people. We have and support a school in Cuba, and we provide, obviously, and have been doing that for many years. A violinist, a lot of young people love the violin, and it's a lot of fun. And you know, my father loved music. My father worked extremely hard, had 2 jobs, but when he came home, boy, you could hear that music from a block away, and you knew where Dad was. And that's what Cuba really loves is music. And of course, the Jazz Festival. How can you not enjoy such a great time? And one of the things about jazz is that you never know exactly how it's going to run, but it's going to run great because everybody has a heart. Everybody has a heart for what we do, and I think that Doc, you know, I mean, you're the man. I just happen to be the man behind the man, and that's what it's all about.
Very, very important. And this year, we was able, I talked about the mayors, but to get the Arizona Office of Tourism to get behind us to promote this around the state, I think is huge. That's going to be great for us. Scottsdale tourism, Tempe tourism, they all want to see this jazz festival become a destination point in April. And you said something when we were before the city council a couple of years ago, that you envision this being as large as the polo event or bigger.
Let's make sure we do that, because my tent was 3,000 people, so we want that for sure. And you know, and I gotta say that basically the greatest thing about what we do is we basically help children and young people to get away from other aspects. You know, we are right now trying to bring back reality and the good things that are happening. The press and everything that's happening is all negative, and they're scared, and it's all a matter that people like to scare people to control them. And I think that it's our time to get back to reality and make this country what it should be.
And music could definitely do that. One of my mottos has been for the last 30 years is, with music on their mind, there's no time for crime. And that motto has been with me now for, like I said, over 30 years. And we've helped some kids that wouldn't normally be able to afford an instrument. So the festival that we do, the resources from that, we don't take it home with us. You know, we actually buy instruments and musical equipment for that we have set up. And now that we collaborate and get past this pandemic, eventually we'll have a building with our school that not only will be doing music, but coding is one of it. Learning this photography stuff I think it's going to be huge for us. The next 5 years, we're going to do major things, Mr. Molina, and I'm excited. When you told me, Doc, I got you back, and one thing you always say to me, don't worry. Doc, don't worry. I said, Mr. Molina, I'm looking at these numbers. Doc, don't worry. And you was right.
No, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
And on that note, I would like to say thank you, please. Once again, April 30th at the Scottsdale Center for the Arts, we will have our Scottsdale Jazz Festival. It's going to be really exciting, and you want to put that on your calendar, and that's a wrap.